Hey guys, a long time since a post, but busy in the meat shop this year. Glad hunting season's over. Sausage season has arrived, so all the guys are bringing their trim back now, and I'm making all types of pepperoni and fresh sausages and smoked salamis and smoked garlic oil, just a ton of stuff. But I really didn't go over a final finish with this thing. Got this weather strip off of Amazon. It's a silicone-based weather strip. Seems to be working all right. These are how we finish the doors. You see in the door build video halfway through the season, or halfway through the show there, it was just a custom made flashing that'll sit on there, and we screwed them to the existing door. Same thing with both sides. Strongly considering going checker plate on the floor here. This floor isn't standing up anywhere near as well as the floor in my walk-in cooler. I think the paint was a little old. I think I mentioned that in one of the videos. And I think it was a little old and just not standing up anywhere near as well. There's literally a gallon of clear coat epoxy over this, and yeah, it's not holding up. I got some other epoxy. I might give it a try before I do that, but we'll see. Who knows? It might just be easier to put some checker plate with some 6 or 12-inch moldings all the way around. Gotta finish the back corner here still. I just use this thing rushed to get it ready for hunting season. And I also use it for overflow from the shop. I give guys back their garbage, their bones, and their bloodshot meat, because where'd all my deer go? Well, here's half of it. I was too busy, so a buddy came over, gave me a hand to put those in along with my son, which worked out really well. My buddy Tony did all the flashing. Paulo did all the install of these. We used rib nuts into the steel, which was really nice, and put stops on here so that the rails won't slide back and forth, and you can tie them back together, which is nice. It's got a bit of a gapper in between the roof, so you can just tie game animals when you're trucking down the road. The controllers on this thing were a major pain in the ass. I bought those Chinese Honeywell controllers, and they turned out to just be junk. Along with a lot of stuff I've learned on this unit is this particular Danby AC unit, 15,000 BTU, has I believe it has probably a 1 or 2 minute delay built into the unit itself on shutdown, just to lower the pressures on the compressor, so it's easier for it to start back up. At least that's what I'm leaning towards. I've got another STC in there. That thing works hot like a hot damn. I think that's my new go-to controller for $20. I could build these things for just dirt cheap. It's got a light in here, which works out well. It hasn't been running since the end of the last guy picked up his meat. In the center there, you can see, I'll zoom in, but in the center there, that one, I just got to patch that hole, but that is the room temp. And then you can see the little black wire going into the evaporator. That's my evaporator temperature. I got 2 wires going to the light bulb, so that side of the right side of the 4-gang box, there's the control side. The other side's just hardwired 120. Yeah, this thing turned out really well. Worked out great for hunting season. It was a bit of a pain in the ass with elevation and whatnot, because we climb to go hunting. Added the game gamble here that you can crank up and skin your deer on it and slide them onto the rail. The guys are like, why didn't you put it on both sides? Because I know you guys would leave the door open while you're skinning your deer. That's why I didn't do it on both sides. I know you guys operate, all the buddies I go hunting with. Oh, the door's open. It doesn't matter. But no, she turned out well. Bought all new wheels, tires, all new brakes. Everything worked mint. There's my son's project. He put a 6-speed in that thing. But yeah, no, it worked out well. So there's that. I'll zoom out. There's that room temp, and there's the evap temperature. You gotta play with it, move it. I've had to move it up in the core because it's too low. These particular units, I've seen it with other brands as well, but they get they'll build up a frozen section down the bottom, and they will build up about 1 inch of ice along the bottom. It's not an issue, but you don't get an accurate reading unless you move your evaporator out of there. So it's not plugged in currently, but we got that going. This door turned out great. I wasn't buying another whole sheet, so I just had to use a piece of flash in there to join it together. Use the existing door handle. There's not enough leaking around there that would really matter. You can tell it's tight because it's almost a vacuum to seal. All the controls are in there. I put a spare light bulb night light in there. I put a spare controller in there for like 20 bucks. If the one shits the bed, who cares, right? That's where the generator rides. Just bought another brand new generator I used to buddies when I went up hunting. The cover worked out excellent. This thing worked like a hot damn driving for 8 hours from up in northern BC. What I've ran into in the past is that too much flow on the condenser unit won't allow the AC to dissipate enough heat. I'm going to swap out that gauge. I like the other ones. Still pretty cold there. What is it? Oh yeah, she's probably 43 degrees. Not very nice weather out. I got the plague too, so yeah, there's too much airflow on the front. You know, you think about a roof air conditioning unit on a RV, the condenser's at the back, so it doesn't have that high flow if you're going down the road. It worked out really well. I found it the last cooler I built and trailered up there in a rental trailer. That was an issue, that it ran out of gas. It was cold, it ran out of gas, but trying to run up again and keep that cold, it frosted up because it can't dissipate that heat out of the condenser. So thinking about doing a checker plate on the floor. I'll do a video on that if I do. I don't know. I think it's pretty cheap, that stuff. It's thin. And it doesn't really need much of a backing if it's got all that plywood there. Nice, you know, the bearings. It gives you peace of mind. You put brand new bearings and brakes and tires on this thing. All new wiring. I got a power jack going on there. One of my hunting buddies gave me a power jack to put on there. Thinking of painting this white bed liner just to keep the heat off of it. I might rent it out for, you know, weddings and whatnot. There's the new generator. It's going in there. I want to see if I can find a generator box to mount on the tongue too. This thing needs about a minimum of 3,000 to run and be happy. So that's what we used on the way up there. Did up a bunch of personal pepperoni. I haven't done this in a while, so I did up a bunch of personal pepperoni this year. I went first this year. Clients can wait. I did garlic oil. Oh, we dropped the garlic oil. Hang on. Did up a nice. So we combine our meats between my buddies. We all chip in, and 25 pounds each. We'll do a honey garlic pepperoni. We'll do my house blend for 50 pounds, and then we did 25 pounds of garlic oil. But yeah, glad hunting season's over. I do have a bunch of meat in the cooler for turn the light on, for sausages next weekend. Hopefully I'm feeling better. But yeah, we got somebody's moose, and then we got another 100 or 75 pounds there. Yeah, it's coming together. Just thought I'd post a video because I haven't in a while. It's a busy season. I got a beef turning up, and I'm thinking about buying a pig. I got offered a pig pretty cheap. Yeah, no real changes. Looking for equipment. Thinking of buying a Easy Linker, just because the amount of sausages I'm plunking out, it would be nice to not do it by hand. Those things look pretty easy. So if anybody's got one and wants to get rid of it, let me know. And like and subscribe. And you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. A couple of projects that are coming up here that I got to get finished, because this trailer was a nightmare last summer. It with those controllers and not being able to distinguish what the actual problem was. It's a long story, you know, down to checking voltages when the unit turns on, and the controllers just can't hold their value. So it just, you know, it can't possibly be the controller. Yeah, it actually can be the controller. But I got a smoker that'll probably do 100 pounds with a sausage maker smoke generator. I've started on it. I got given this box. It was an old smoker. And then I got another 5x4 walk-in I'm going to build. Haven't decided what I'm doing with it. Whether I sell it or make it into a freezer, if that's at all possible. I've always said I think it is possible. If you run a big enough air conditioner and a defrost cycle, you might be able to do it. So, yeah, check back soon.